What is up, ALLIEG Show fam? I am your host, ALLIEG, and welcome back for another track of the pod. As you all know, this podcast lives at the intersection of movement, mindset, and music, the highs, the lows, the long runs, the race days, and all of the things that carry us forward when running gets a little bit difficult. So whether you are listening mid-run or walk, post-run or walk, in the car, anywhere else, I strongly believe, as I say every single week, that you are exactly where you are supposed to be, and I am so glad you are here. Today's episode is all about my friend Holly. We are diving into her journey to running her first ever marathon at the Chicago Marathon, how she got in, what her initial reaction was, what training really looked like behind the scenes, and how community and music really carried her through 26.2 miles. We are also talking about Peloton, the sense of connection it creates, and how that virtual community showed up in a very, very real way throughout her marathon journey. So lace up, turn up the volume, and let's get into it. All right. Well, I'm sitting here with Holly. Holly, I'm so excited to have you on the pod. I feel like this has been a long time coming. So thank you for being here. It really has. I feel like we just go back and forth on Instagram DM 24/7, and I'm so excited to have you here to dive into your Chicago Marathon story, especially knowing it was your first marathon ever, which I fact checked myself this afternoon because I'm like, apparently I'm in the day of fact checking myself. But before we get into that, and race day and Peloton, of course, playlist, everything along the way. I want everybody to know who I am sitting down with. So Holly, why don't you tell everybody who you are and where you're from and what you do when you're not doing classes and running and doing all the fun things.
Doing all the fun things. Well, originally I'm from Maryland, and I currently live in Kansas, in Olathe, Kansas, which is the headquarters of Garmin, which is like the only exciting thing like right here in Olathe. I have 4 kids. One is 26, one is 23, and one is 16, and Boston is 11. And I've been a stay-at-home mom for 16 years. So I've been at home for a really long time. I just kept having babies every time one would go to kindergarten. But before that, I was a probation parole officer for the Department of Corrections in Kansas. So that's kind of my like fun fact.
Okay, I feel like I don't even need to ask you what something surprising about you, because that's surprising.
I mean, a lot of people, it is surprising. I mean, I could either raise people who committed crimes, or I can make sure my kids don't commit crimes.
That's right. See,
I just stay at home.
You know what? That's a win in my book, honestly. And I don't have kids. That's coming from the outside, from a kid, from an old kid. Anyway, thank you for sharing that. I always love, obviously, that's why we're here. I love hearing about how people found running, especially when, you just ran your first marathon within the last year. So take us back to the beginning. When did running first become a part of your life?
Well, I feel like it's kind of similar to your story, field hockey, lacrosse. I would hide behind the shed.
Yeah.
So when we'd have to go running, I go hide behind the shed, and when they come back lap around, I finish the lap. And so I realized it was not my favorite thing. When I went to college, my senior year, I got a Walkman, a sport Walkman. I had cassette tapes. I would go on do Denise Austin tapes around campus and run. But really it never was exciting to me at all. It wasn't anything I really liked doing. It was more of a punishment type of a thing.
Yep.
So after I had my kids, we were in Cape Cod, and my husband was like, "Hey, there's a local 5K. You want to do it?" And I was like, "Well, sure." So the whole family, my sister, my husband, my son, and myself, we all ran this 5K, and I did it, and I was like, "Oh, well, that was kind of fun." And so I did another one that same year, and then I decided I wanted to do a triathlon. So I did the triathlon, and that was in 2011. And so after that, I didn't do anything for 2 years. And then I decided that I wanted to run some half marathons. There was a bunch of girls at my gym that were like, "Let's run some half marathons together." And so in Kansas, they have something called the Heartland Series. So it's 3 half marathons. So the first one is Rock the Parkway, and you do that one, and then you do the Kansas half, and then you do this run called Running with the Cows. So the first 2 went fine.
Yeah.
The third one is just as described, running with cows. There was absolutely nothing to look at but cows.
Wait, I would
And
love that.
well, all there was like wheat fields and cows.
That's
And I
so
was
funny.
like, it was so boring. And after I was done, I was like, that's it. I'm done. I'm never running
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
race for the rest of my life. And true to my word, I decided then I was going to do bikini competitions. So for like many years, I did not run at all.
Wow.
So then I think it was July 15th, 2022. I happened to be at Peloton Studios
Hmm.
and it was the day they opened. So all the
Okay.
classes were free and they had they had a Lizzo
Oh,
ride.
that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I was doing stand because like you could get on, but I had booked for free the
Hmm.
Lizzo run, but I didn't run. So I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. So I was hoping to get into the ride. I didn't get into the ride. And then they kept delaying the Lizzo run. So it kept
Hmm.
getting delayed and delayed. So finally we got to take it. And as soon as I was done with Marcel, I was like, oh my God, I
Yeah.
freaking love it. Like, I want this
Yeah.
tread. I love running. But at first, before the class started, I told her, I said, I don't know. I've never run on a treadmill. Like,
Yeah.
I've run outside, but I was like, I've never gravitated toward it in the gym. And she's like, oh, you fucking will. And
Yeah.
I was like,
You're gonna learn.
I think I will. I think I will.
Yeah.
And I did. And I loved it. And I went home and I told my husband, I really want this tread. And he was like,
Yeah.
no, no way. So I got a elliptical off of
Hmm.
Facebook Marketplace for free. And I did all of Marcel's classes on the elliptical until he
Oh, okay.
finally, because I was like, I drug it in the house. He's like, you got to bring it in yourself. And I drug it in the house and I did, and I would do it all on the elliptical until
Hmm.
finally he was like, okay, fine, I'll get you the tread.
Yeah.
Because my husband is also a marathoner. And so he's a runner and he
Hmm.
likes to run outside and he only wants to run on a slatted treadmill. And so we have a gym membership where there's a slatted treadmill. So he was like, when I bought the belt one, he was
Hmm.
like, well, I'm not using that. So I
Yeah.
had my own little tread, which is great. And I was happy on that. And I was taking classes, but everyone said once you get the tread, you won't look at your bike anymore.
Yeah.
It was the
That's what happened to
opposite.
me.
It was the opposite for me. I love my bike.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
so I would take
I see
hikes
that.
and walks and I would do a couple runs and everything. And I was like, well, it's okay. Well, so my husband's a marathoner, so
Hmm.
he's doing his stars. So I have gone to Boston and I've gone to New York and I've gone to Berlin. And this past year, not last year, but 2024, or 2025, we went to London. So he was
Hmm.
running London. So I happened to book, like I booked everything. Like I booked
Yeah. Yeah.
the the 5K shakeout. My husband is very Peloton adjacent, but I booked him in that. I booked us in John. I booked him in Jeffrey. I booked him in everything. So after I ran with Jeffrey and I did it on the tread, I said,
Hmm.
I could never do a marathon. And Jeffrey looked at me, he says, yes, you can. And it sat in my head. And as I
Yeah.
was watching my husband run, and I was watching all these people run in like those costumes, like dressed
Hmm.
as Big Ben, I was like,
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
hard could this be? Right. Well, now I know, but I was like, how hard could it really be? So I told Jeffrey that I was going to go home. And if I could
Hmm.
run a half marathon straight out the gate, that I would sign up. And he said, you can do it. So I
Hmm.
came home and I ran a half marathon around my neighborhood.
I
And
know.
I was like, well, then I guess I have to sign up. So my husband's like, yeah, you should sign up. So that's how I kind of decided I was going to sign up, but I didn't know which one I wanted to do.
Okay.
So my husband's next race was Chicago. So he's like, well, if you want on, I know people. And I was like, well, I don't know if I want to know people. I don't know if
Yeah.
I can do it. He's like, you can do it. You can do it.
Yeah.
So I hemmed hawed around about it for a little bit. but my anxiety was more about like being around a bunch of people and them saying go. And
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I didn't, I mean, because we had just come out of the pandemic. I didn't know, like, I'm one of those people, if you say go, it's on like Donkey Kong. Like, I gotta
Yeah.
go. Like, and so I was
Yeah.
like, so it's giving me anxiety, like, I'm gonna go and then I'm gonna like, bleh. So I was
Yeah.
said to myself, I gotta try a race first and just see if I'm okay.
Yeah.
So I went and did like a monster dash,
Hmm.
and I got, I placed in my age group. So then
Yeah,
I
you
was like,
did.
well, okay, maybe I can do it. So I was like, well, let's go. So, so then I was like, well, okay, sign up because you got it out of your system. You're around a bunch of people
Yep.
and you did it. You were okay and nobody died.
Yeah.
So I signed up. It's also our 27th wedding anniversary is October 10th, and the marathon was on the 12th. So I was
Hmm.
like, well, okay, it could be like a anniversary kind of a weekend, and you know, because if I'd go anyway
Right.
and I'd have to stand there all day
So might as
long,
well
so
just
might as
run.
well run. So
Yeah.
like, might as well
Duh.
just do it. Yeah. So my husband was like, well, you can run for Ronald McDonald House because that's who he
Mhm.
was running with. And because I signed up before the draw,
Mhm.
uh, the lottery, they paid for my bib. So I was like, well, that's better because it's
That's
less on.
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like saving money.
Yeah.
And so
Girl math.
I was like, oh, and he's like, and you just need to raise the rest. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was really good about asking people and posting and saying what I was running for and how important, because we have a lot of Ronald McDonald um,
Yeah.
houses out in Kansas City, Missouri.
Mhm.
And I know a lot of people go up there and volunteer, and it's been helpful for a lot of my friends. And so I was glad to be running for them. So
Yeah.
I raised all my money within like a month.
It's
And
amazing.
the, well, because I was like, I have to get it off my, I was like, because I
I
got a
know. I
trip.
know. Well, you got to put
I
your
was like,
credit card in too.
yeah, well, yeah. I was like, I got to put my credit card in. And he put his credit card in. And I was like, we got a lot of money we got to raise.
Yeah.
So I got that done. And so I was like, okay, now I can focus.
Yeah.
So what I learned about myself in the Monster Dash run was that I like to go out. I like to go out hard and fast.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so one of the things I wanted to learn was how to pace and
Mhm.
run with a pacer. So I went back to the Rock the Parkway half marathon in April, and I didn't have a bib. So a guy had broken his leg,
Mhm.
and so I bought his bib off of him and I ran as Brett, but they changed my sex and age so it wouldn't screw up like the things that my
Yeah.
shirt said Brett. My husband didn't even show up. He's like, I'm not even going with you. So I show up by myself, and I was like, my main goal was to stay with this pacer. And
Yep.
I was like, I just want to learn how to run with them so that at the marathon, if I need to use a pacer, that I won't fly out the chute. Well, flew out the chute.
Yeah.
He was back there, and I was like, I never want to see him again. And I flew. And I was like, I did
Yeah.
not learn a lesson there other
Yeah.
than that
Yeah.
I can't follow directions. I was
No,
like,
it's
well,
tough. It's the
yeah,
hardest
I was
part is
like,
pacing.
yeah, I was like, I saw him, and then like I was like, oh, well, then I don't ever want to see the 2 hour pacer again. I was like, and I just kept going, and I was like, well, there it is. And so I
Yeah.
learned a lesson about myself there that I need to learn how to do it on my own because I'm clearly not going to be able to follow a
Yeah.
pacer and like how to do that.
No,
So
it's tough.
it is because I was like, do you talk to them? Because at first I was like,
See, I
maybe
know.
I'll just,
That's my
I was like,
biggest problem.
hello.
If I'm running with someone, I'm yapping.
Yeah.
I
So I was like,
can't.
can I say something to them? And then I was like, maybe I should listen to a book that will slow me down. And I was like, no. And I was like, then I just took off because I was like, everybody else was taking off. And then I just get too excited. So I realized
I know.
I needed to practice. So I signed up for a couple more 5Ks to kind of like slow down. And that's not what happened. I
Hmm.
kept getting faster and faster. And I realized I needed a coach because
Hmm.
I didn't know what, I don't want my husband to tell me what to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I love him. I love him dearly, but
No, my
I
husband can't be my coach. The
no.
end.
Well,
The end.
he knows a lot of information, but it
Yeah.
does not apply to me.
Yeah.
because a lot of it is about like, you don't need new shoes. That doesn't that
Yeah.
doesn't apply to me.
Yeah.
So he has the information. He's had coaches before, but I wanted somebody that I could talk to that would tell me what to do. And because I'm very good at, you tell me what to do, I will do exactly what you say.
Yeah. I'm the same way.
And so I hired a coach. I told them my goal was to finish and
Hmm.
to have a hella good time and not do as, I don't want to get any faster.
Yeah.
I don't want to do any speed work. I just want to have a good time. Like, I want to learn, but I wanted to finish. I want to have a
Yeah.
damn good time, and I didn't want to do a lot of speed work. And
Yep.
so, and that's all I got. And so
Wow.
that was perfect because I mean, I did do speed work, but I don't get any faster.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's
Faster
just
for longer, maybe a little bit
yes. I
faster
mean,
for longer.
I enjoyed getting like somebody to say, do this, do this, do this, do this. So I didn't have to
Hmm.
think about how do I plan runs? How do I know how long? How do I know how fast? Because
Hmm.
that's what I'm finding now when I'm wanting to run a faster race time. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
so,
it's a hard thing to balance. It's like, I don't know. I do well. I'm the same as you. I do well when somebody's like, here's what to do and go do it.
mhm,
Because like, I mean, I work all day,
right.
all the time, all day. In the summer, it gets worse and there's no time to do anything. So I'm like, I look at it and I'm like, oh, my coach is telling me to do this. So I have to do it. That's
Yeah,
number one. And I can't really procrastinate because there's no time. So
right.
it's like, it's either getting done or it's not. and
Yeah,
then it's just like, okay, well, here I am. And I
yeah.
guess I'm getting stronger. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
I had the luxury because I'm a stay-at-home mom.
Hmm.
My husband works, obviously, but he would do his runs on the weekends, but
Hmm.
I can do them during the day when
During
the
the
kids
day.
are at school.
Yeah.
The only problem with that is you're melting because it's like the middle of the day.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, I could take, and I didn't like going out into I learned a lot of things about like staying on main roads,
Hmm.
just because not going in the woods in the middle of the day because nothing good is happening in the woods and
Yeah. In the
running
middle of the
on
day.
pretty paths. I mean, it's okay
Yeah.
on weekends because my husband be like, "What's the problem?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Well, the problem is, there's nobody out there unless you're wanting to get stabbed." Like
Yeah. I don't want to do
that's,
that.
so I just stayed on main roads,
Hmm.
and and it became very tedious and boring. But I mean, I
It's,
ran like my final run, I ran to Garmin's headquarters and then ran back home. And that was 24 total.
I mean,
So
yeah, I feel like that's really all you need to get up to when you're training.
yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. I'm not a coach, um,
Yeah.
yet,
Yes.
but,
Yes.
um, but I feel like that's such a good, but that's fun. Like running to Garmin. I think about how many
Yeah.
people don't have that experience, right? Like, I
Yeah.
feel like you have
And
the
the
opportunity to have
Garmin
fun runs.
has a marathon here. It's
Hmm.
a Wizard of Oz theme and
Okay.
it goes right
Well,
by my house.
that's my favorite movie of all time.
Well, I know. And there's a Wicked
I
Witch medal and a Ruby Slipper medal.
Okay, well, obviously I have to go to Kansas. Like, when is this happening?
Well, I think it's in March because I know a lot of people that are doing those like halves in every state.
Hmm.
And so I had a couple Peloton friends come in and we did the Salina half, which
Okay.
that's the place I'd never been to before
Mm.
in
Mm.
Kansas.
Is
So,
it scary? Or,
there's just not a lot there.
oh, it's boring.
Yeah, it was boring.
Okay.
There wasn't any crowd support or anything like that. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
but
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to come for the Wicked Witch one of
yeah,
these years. That has to happen. Now I'm
yeah.
intrigued. Now
Because
my
there's
wheels
like
are
a
turning.
10-man 10K and there's a
Oh my
munchkin race
God. This is like not even fair. It's
and a
not even
total
fair.
5K. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do every single one.
I know
That's
it's super
that's
cute.
it. Yeah, that's really, really cute.
So those are the routes
Um,
that I would run. So I felt like I know when I looked, so I picked Chicago specifically because it's flat.
yeah, yeah.
And Kansas is not, contrary to popular belief, but
Hmm.
I knew because of what I was looking at on elevation from what I was doing that I'd be okay in Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good one, I feel like, for your first one because it's flat. And it's also like, I mean, on one hand, it's great because it's flat, but on the other hand, it poses a different challenge because I think you're like what people don't expect in Chicago is that you're working the same muscles over and over and over again. So it's
Okay.
like there's no change. So like by the end, you're just gassed. Like your legs are like on fire no matter what. Like you have the perfect race, you have the worst race, the perfect race, whatever. You just feel like shit. Like there's literally no denying that you just feel like shit. I literally did not walk after Chicago for like 3 days straight. Like I just could not walk.
I
I
was
couldn't even sit on
fine.
the toilet. I couldn't sit on the toilet. I couldn't do
I
anything.
was fine, but you run faster than I do. I mean, I
Yeah, but I
partied.
don't think it's that. I don't think it's because I
You
run
think it's
faster.
just the
I
elevation?
genuinely just think it's because I do so many hills in New York and like I didn't train on flat. So when I got there,
Well,
I
I
was
guess I
like,
didn't train on flat either because
it was like kind
it's
of
very
fun.
hilly around here.
Oh,
So
you're better than me. You're better than me. I felt like shit, but I loved Chicago because it was my
I had a
fastest
great
race.
time. I had a great
Oh,
time.
that's
My
fun.
husband was 2 hours behind me. So as soon as I got back to like the tents and things, I was like, we gotta go. We gotta get
Yeah.
pictures at Rana. We gotta go to Tracksmith. I need to go ring the bell. And I was like, and I gotta
Yep.
get all that done before he finishes.
And
And I
did
was
you
like,
do
let's
it?
go. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I love that. Okay, wait. So walk me through like race morning in Chicago
Okay.
for you. Were you because it was your first marathon. So
So
were you
Aaron
like
was helpful. He
okay,
was
okay. So
helpful.
you had like at least you had Aaron and like were you nervous or were you like, "Oh, my coach set
No.
me up for success here."
No, like I wasn't nervous because I felt like it's going to be better than the run that I did to Garmin because there wasn't anybody cheering.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
was like, there's going to be people cheering, and I've been a cheerleader at these, so I knew there was going to be tons of people.
Mhm.
So he at least he knew where to go because like I was like, I don't know where to go, but
Yeah.
he got me to the tent and so they had breakfast for us. They had private porta potties.
That's
There were
so
like
nice.
4 Peloton members that I'm friends with that we met up in there. Um, they walked us to our corral with like a little flag, and we
Mhm.
got put in the corral. And then Aaron was with me, so we were in the same corral.
Oh, that's
Um,
so fun.
yeah.
Or maybe
So
not. I don't know.
well, we don't run.
I don't actually know.
We've been married for a very long time. He knows I was not going to stay with him, but for a
Yeah.
split second, like I was like, "Peace out, brother." But
Yeah.
he was like, we took one picture together, and then I took off.
Okay,
I didn't,
cute.
I wasn't nervous or anything. I had some friends that had come from Kansas that I know from Peloton that
Oh.
she, they were standing on the corner on the 3rd mile, so I knew that there was somebody going to be there soon. So I knew well, I'll just get to 3 and then we'll see.
Yeah.
And
I
so
love
I was
that.
just, yeah, I had, it came really fast. Like you go through a tunnel and everybody
Mhm.
had told me like everybody's going to start peeing on the sides.
Yeah.
And in the tunnel, I didn't see, I think I was just like totally excited. And I saw like they
Yeah,
had a
and you just
DJ
go.
booth in there and he was like
Yep.
DJing and there were lights. And then I just went, and when I got to the 3rd mile, 2 of my Peloton friends were there cheering with their families, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm already at 3?" I was like,
Yeah.
"That's not bad." And so then I kept going, and I was like, "This is really." I had practiced doing Gatorade water, but I still
Mhm.
couldn't drink and run, so I'd have to stand to the side and drink, and then go. And so, but I was like, it kept coming very fast. And I was like, it's going too fast.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm having such a good time. And I
Yeah.
was dancing and doing all that kind of stuff.
It's the
I just had a great
best.
time.
Were
Yeah. Yeah.
you like sad when I mean you've heard me say this before. There's always a moment in every race where like I get sad that it's almost over. Like as
Oh,
painful as it might be, like I'm like
yeah.
I like toward the end I'm like, "Oh man.
So,
Why is it
okay,
over?"
I'm not a runner, right? Well, I am a runner, but
You
I'm
are a
not
runner.
I'm not like a runner. So on the ground, there was numbers said
Mhm.
400, 800. I didn't know what those were, right? I don't know. No,
Yeah. Yeah.
like math. So I was like running.
You're just so honest. I love you for
I was
that.
like, I was like, what is that? And so I was
Yeah.
like, oh, and they were like, turn, and I was like, wait, that was the hill? I was like, that was nothing.
Yeah.
Turn, and I was like, oh, it's over.
Yeah.
And then I went through
Yeah.
the shoot and she put the thing on me. I said, oh my God, can I do it again? I was like, that was the best time in my whole life. And I was like, my husband's back there. Can I go back? And she's like, no, ma'am, you can sign up again next year. I was like, oh, I am. I was like, I am signing up right now. I was like, that was the best freaking time I've ever had in my life. And she was like,
Yeah.
and then I was like, and let me get a donut. And let me get,
Yeah,
like,
let me get, they have like, they give you the bag and you just go down the
yeah,
line of like
yeah,
pick stuff out.
yeah.
I
I was
love
so
that.
sad that it was over. I was like,
Yeah.
I loved it. I was like, I had the best time. I partied the whole time. I danced. I sung to myself. I didn't care. I ran by myself. There was one
That's what it's
girl who
about.
tried to talk to me, and I was like, I couldn't breathe. I was like,
Yeah.
they're like Krabby Cakes. I was like,
Yeah. You're like,
I was
I
like,
actually can't talk back to you right now.
but like, I didn't know what I was like, Aaron, what were they spraying on people? And he's like,
Oh, yeah.
BioFreeze.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah. I
didn't
forgot.
stop? And I was like, no, I didn't stop. I didn't know what they
Yeah.
were spraying.
I did
He's
that.
like, he's like, you should have stopped. And I was like, oh, okay. I
That
didn't
was
know what
very
it was.
much, yeah, I stopped. I felt like I was in a Formula One pit stop where like I ran through and they just like were like,
Right.
shh,
Well,
shh, shh, and then I like ran out and I was like, oh, that was like 0.3 seconds. I guess it won't really
yeah.
affect me that much.
Well, I
And,
was
but
like,
then
I
I
didn't know
couldn't
what it
move.
was. And I was like,
Yeah.
what is that? And I was like,
Yeah.
what are the events
Yeah.
for? And I was like, I don't know what that is. So I didn't want to go
Yeah.
over there because I was like,
Yeah.
is it food? Is it water? I was like, I don't know. So
Yeah.
I just kind of kept to myself. But I mean, it was funny because I know you were going to ask about music.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the other Peloton members that I know, Lady Sonora,
Mm-hmm.
it was this is funny. So the night before the marathon, she texts, she says, I didn't do a playlist. I'm
Oh
like,
no.
oh, well, that's a shame. I was like, well, I did. I can share it, right? So I was like, I can send you mine. So I sent it to her.
Mm-hmm.
So during the marathon, I had created a playlist using like songs that instructors that I like from Peloton had
Mm-hmm.
played in many classes that I've taken over the whole summer, the whole time I was training. Um, and I put them into a playlist and then I try not to listen to them again. So that would be like fun.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
So I had this whole list and I had Skater Girl for You. So I had that in there and I was
Yes.
like, okay. So I had this whole playlist. So I put it in, I sent it to her. So as I was running, I had my shocks on, the ones
Mm-hmm.
that are not in your ear,
Yep.
but I couldn't hear damn word, not one
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
Like I
It's
couldn't hear
so
anything. It was
loud
so
from the
loud and so
cheers. Yeah.
screaming. Yes. And I was like, so I didn't care. I mean, but it was playing. But in one time, there's one spot where there was no one cheering
Mm-hmm.
and I could hear my music. And it was John Denver, Country Boy.
So
And I was
good.
like, I did not put that there. Did she put that there? Because they can add music to your
Yeah.
playlist.
Yeah.
And I was like, did she? And then I was like, you know what? Cake's on the griddle. Life ain't nothing
Yeah.
but a funny funny riddle. And I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
I was like, that's what I was like, I didn't put that on there. But then she's
Yeah.
like, no, I did not. And I'm like, ah,
How did
weird.
that?
How did they get on there? But
Whatever.
I was like, but so that's the only song I heard the entire route.
Wow. That's crazy that you remember it too.
Well,
I
I
feel like,
mean, it's kind of a
oh yeah.
weird song, but
Yeah,
I
it's
was
a
like,
weird song.
reminds me of my parents' 8-track. But I was like,
I would want to like memory hole that one. Like, you know, when a bad song comes on, you're like, oh God, I want to forget. Not that it's a bad song. It's just not like, it
well, it's
wouldn't
not
be
what
for me.
I wouldn't
It's
have
not
put
for
it
me
in a run
in a race
playlist.
playlist.
I was like,
That's
did she?
crazy.
Because I was like, did she like add that? I was like,
Yeah, it's
it doesn't
crazy.
seem like her kind of music. I was like, but okay. So I was
That
like,
is
I guess
so funny.
I shouldn't have been sharing my playlist. But she says it wasn't her, and I maybe it was the divine. I don't know.
You know
'Cause
what? It's a fun race memory. That's
it
what you
is.
got out of that one. I
Yeah.
love that. What
Yeah.
else was on there? Can you, I mean, obviously you didn't hear many
Yeah.
of them, but what else was on there?
Yeah. So K Ferg always plays one that I had to write it down. It's orchestra. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
I
It
don't off the top
is,
of my head.
yes, I do. 300 violin orchestra.
Mm.
You'll have to listen to it, but it's
Mhm.
got a thumping beat and it's just
Mhm.
violin. And
Yeah.
so when I would do my cul-de-sac, a lot of times I would listen because it has a good beat to run to.
Mhm.
Um, and of course, shipping up to Boston because I have a kid named
Yeah.
Boston,
Of course.
of course.
Of course.
But lots of Kesha, lots of Kesha.
Oh my
Um,
God, I love Kesha.
I know, me too.
So underrated right
I know,
now.
I know.
It
Like
brings me back to like when I was in high school.
well, I was in college or maybe married, but I
It's
love
fine.
Kesha, and so I had a lot of those and Mr. Brightside and
Of
Pink
course.
and Nelly and Eminem,
Yeah, only the
tons of that.
best.
Yes, and
I
Pink
love
Pony
it.
Club and Welcome to New York. Taylor Swift was going to be my flying in song because I was hoping to want to get to New York.
Yeah.
So my
Yeah.
goal was anything close to 5 hours would have been good
Yeah.
and I would have been
Hmm.
happy with. So that was like my first was to finish, second was
Hmm.
do 5 hours, and I did 4 hours 36 minutes.
Yeah. I mean,
So
that's insane.
which was better than I
S-
thought totally.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and I was hooked immediately. Like I got done with it and I was like, that was the best thing I've ever done.
I know.
I
I
went
remember your message to me. You messaged me and you're like, "What? Don't ever let me say I'm never doing this again." Or you said something like that, and
oh, I was like,
I was like, "Oh, you're doing it again."
and my husband
I
was
know
like,
you are.
stop it, just stop it. Because I was like, I could do New York the next week. And he's like, just stop it. Just you need to slow it down. And I was like, no. He's like, all this costs money. And I'm like, but it's so fun. I was like, I want to do it all. And he's like, you can't. And so then I got somebody messaged me and said they had a spot for Boston. And he's like, no, it's a lot of money. And I was like,
No.
well, it is a lot of money.
I
But
know. I
uh,
know.
and he's like, you should probably like say maybe a year from now because you've already signed up for Chicago again. And
Yeah.
he's like,
Yeah.
and you want to do New York. So what I did for well, I did six virtual races
Hmm.
for NYRR to do the
Hmm.
Brooklyn half this year.
Of 2026. Like you're doing
Mhm.
it in April.
Yes,
Is it May? May.
May.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of how I kept myself entertained
Hmm.
and like doing my long runs and things like that was virtual races because the in-person races were hard because my son plays baseball and so every Saturday morning we're out on ball field
Hmm.
and it's hard to get places. So the virtual races are great. I did Disney virtual races. I did all kinds of virtual races, but the New York Roadrunner ones are great because this year I get to go in person for Brooklyn
Yep.
and do that. And then I'm also doing the New York City half
Oh, same.
virtual so
Oh,
that
you're doing
I'm doing
virtual.
it virtual so
United
that in
Half.
2027
Got
I
it.
can do it in person.
Okay. Okay. I
Yeah.
didn't realize that they have like I know they have the floor for virtual, two in
Yeah, it's
person,
like
right, or something.
four,
4+6
four
or four
yeah,
plus two.
yeah.
Um,
It's something
wait,
where
that's
you can
really
do
cool.
two. Yeah. So
The Brooklyn half is fun. You're gonna like it. I think.
yeah, I
I
am
think.
gonna like it. I'm gonna well, I told myself if I could shave off 11 minutes off my halftime, I'll qualify for a New York City marathon. And that would
Yeah,
save money. Yeah.
that would save
I
money.
would, yeah.
That would
See how
save
thrifty
money.
I am? And I
Well,
wouldn't have to waste any money.
I mean, that's like
I
you
mean,
should
why
just
would I
be
not?
in already. You should
I
just get it.
know.
You should
I
just get
know.
in by saying that and figuring that out. I
Well, we'll
love
see
that.
how. I
That's so
I mean,
funny.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna work on it.
Well,
But
I
now I'm
hope that you
hooked,
do.
hooked.
Okay, well, I'll manifest that for you. So
So
I
my
hope you shave
husband
off
has
time.
Tokyo
Hmm.
in 2027. So he's like, we could do Tokyo in 2027.
You should do that.
I'm gonna do that.
See, any
If I
one
can
that
get
he
in.
goes to. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he only has Tokyo left.
Oh. Okay, but if you do that one and it's his 6 star, that would be so fun,
Yeah, that would be fun.
right?
So
Like if you
he's
get to
like,
do
we
it,
could do that. Yeah. And then if I ever get to do Boston, I mean,
you have to at
I
some
mean,
point.
I have to.
I
I
mean, you have to. You're
I
doing
mean,
all these races.
I know. I mean, and my kid would love to see that.
Yeah,
So,
that'd be so fun. I know you
but
were
New
like one of
York,
the first people to tell me how fun Boston is.
oh, it is so fun.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's
It's
so
so fun.
fun. It's
But New York
ridiculous.
would be a dream too. I mean, I
Yeah.
thought about just doing like right when it was over this year, signing right up, and my husband's like, "You should wait because you could get in on the lottery." So well, I won't, but I bought the membership so that I get two chances. So maybe,
Oh, I didn't realize they do that either.
yeah, you get a double dip
Okay.
to try.
I feel like you're
So
gonna get in somehow.
I feel I
Some
feel
way,
like
somehow. You're
somewhere,
the
somehow.
second person tonight that I manifested getting into New York, so I think you'll get in.
Yeah, I would love to. I mean, we'll
Be
see.
fun. That'd be really
Yeah,
fun. Plus, like your whole crew, I feel like is here from
the
Peloton.
whole crew.
The
Yeah,
whole crew. Which,
the
by the
whole.
way, like, how did that? Other than like the tread and taking the class, like, how did that whole community aspect of it come to you? Like, what is it
So,
about it that feels special?
I mean, every time I get on the platform, there's somebody high-fiving and
Hmm.
always encouraging. I just love it. Like when I go in studio, there's so many people I know from the leaderboard, and I mean, the instructors, I mean, I mean, at first I was like, oh, I like, I had certain instructors I gravitated toward. Well, when you have so many long runs, you
Hmm.
kind of are out there like, oh my God,
I know.
just anything.
I'm
And
like, I just
so,
need somebody to talk to me.
yeah, I was like, ugh. So, and you say that, talk to me. So, Chris, my boss at Pillow Buddy, he
Hmm.
suggested Mariana and Alex K. And I was like, okay. So, I remember specifically, I was in Cape Cod and I was running in Hyannis and I was listening to Mariana, but she was talking about whatever she was talking about. But I was so involved with what she was talking about, I did not realize I had run up the on ramp to 6A, the highway.
Mm,
So I'm
yep.
on the highway running and you can't get off. You got to go to the next. And so I was
Yeah.
like, what was I not paying attention to? And I was like, I was listening to her story and what she was talking
Hmm.
about. And I was just like, that's great because it made me forget what I was doing. But unfortunately, now I'm on a major highway.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
got off. But,
Running on the
but
Cape be like that.
yeah, you're like, this is like sand
You're like,
site.
wait, if I take a wrong turn off the bike path right now, I'm
Right,
actually
right.
going to be on the highway.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. So, but Alex K is the same way. Like his
Yeah.
storytelling, it just kind of like it makes me forget
Hmm.
and that I'm running and he ties everything together in a nice little cute bow. And I just found so many other instructors
Hmm.
running outside and I love their Saturday run clubs, the live
Yep.
ones, because you
Yep.
can be out on your long run and get on a live leaderboard, and the
Hmm.
instructors also live on the leaderboard, and you
Yeah.
get shout outs and, you know, that kind of thing. I just think the community is so great and everybody's
Yeah.
so supportive of everyone.
It's so true. That's how I
Yeah,
met you.
I
That's
know.
how I
I mean,
met
I
you.
remember, I remember because we would high five each other on the bike all the time.
All the time. All
All
the
the time.
time.
And then I was like, who is this famous person? Allie G. She's got a show. And I Googled and Googled and Googled. I was like, I cannot
So
figure out
funny.
what show she is on. What is this Allie G? And I spent more time than I care to
It's
admit
my
because I
favorite
love to
story of all time.
investigate. I love to
Yeah.
investigate.
You could have just asked me and like you did all this investigating just to find
I
out
was
it's like a
like, well, I didn't
podcast.
want to. Yeah. Well, this was before it was a podcast.
That's true. That's true.
It was your leaderboard name.
That
And
is
I
so
thought you were
true.
like in a show, like a
No.
TV show.
This is my show.
I know. Well, now it's
This
your
is my
show.
show. And Mariana was one of the first people to tell me to do it. She's like, "You have such a good voice for radio." And I was like,
Well, yeah.
I don't know about that, but I'll do it."
Well, I was
I
like, and
remember literally
now
running in Central Park and she's like, "Please tell me you started a podcast." I'm like, "It's happening. I
it's
promise."
happening. I promise. And now I am the ALLIEG show.
And now I am the ALLIEG show. And apparently people care about that, which is crazy. No, I love it. I love it. I feel like it's cool. Peloton is really cool because like people aren't physically with you, but you
Right.
feel so connected. Even if you like you've
Right.
never there are so many people that I talk to on a regular basis that I've
Hmm.
met like through the leaderboard or on Instagram that
Yeah.
I've never met in person.
Right.
And I'm just
I
like,
mean, like
oh,
I went 2 weeks ago, I think it was, and there were two girls that I'd never met in person that flew in so we could all be there together and we got along famously. I mean, because
yeah,
we've been talking for years.
yeah, yeah,
And I think it's a great community, and I love how everyone comes together and supports each other. Like, I mean, my
yeah,
friend that I met here in Kansas, she drove her whole family up to watch me run a marathon. It's
yeah.
crazy.
I mean,
And then I
that's
had
insane.
Dr. Keith and Rich on the course with Nerd Gummies and Diet Coke. I
Dr.
mean,
Keith.
I know he had the Diet Coke popped and ready, and the Nerd Gummy standing in the middle
Yeah.
of the street on the thing. He was like, "I got it."
Yep. Yep. I feel like you ran such a good first marathon last year because Chicago was a party.
It
Everyone I knew
was.
was in Chicago.
It
Everyone.
was. I mean, they had
Everyone.
a Peloton cheer station, but like, I mean, there were so many other Peloton members that were there that I was
Hmm.
just like, this is the best.
Hmm.
And when we did the shakeout run, I met even more. I was like,
I
this is
love
so
that.
fun. My
I
husband
love
was like,
that.
who are these people? But, he just wants to run
It's
his
so
race.
true.
Run his
You know
race.
what? I respect that. I very much
I was like,
respect that.
okay.
When you get into New York, not if, when you're gonna love the Peloton shakeout in New York.
Oh,
It's
I'm
one of
sure
the
I will.
best. It's one of the best.
Yeah. I mean, this year it's the day after Halloween.
I know. It was
That's
like
the
that. Was it like that? Yeah. Was it like that last year? I don't
I feel
remember.
like it was close to Halloween. I don't know. I mean, I have one
Maybe
kiddo
2 days
that
after.
still trick or treat. I'm kind of like, well, maybe 2027 is better. But,
Yeah.
if I got in by lottery, I'm going.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because,
You
I
have
mean,
to.
that's like getting into Harvard or Yale. I was like, I'd have
I
to.
know. It's like 2% of people or something
Yeah. Yeah.
crazy. It's
So
like one
I
of
was
the
like,
hardest.
yeah.
Hey,
So I
you
was
can
like,
join the Sydney lottery and get into Sydney pretty easily, apparently. If that's really on your bucket list.
I can't imagine the time. I'm not a morning person. Okay, so people are like, you should do the Disney races.
Oh,
You
I
should do this
can't.
because
I
I
can't.
mean, I listened to you earlier, one of your other podcasts. You're like, I'm not a Disney person per se, but
Yeah.
I am, and I need to be in that park. Rope drop,
Okay, well no, okay,
11 p.m.
yes. I
And
I
so,
am I am a Disney person, but like I want to soak in my late hours riding the
right,
rides.
right.
I don't want to be there at 3 a.m. to
No,
run a
I don't
marathon
want
at
to. No,
5.
no.
And
I
I also don't
I'm
want
not a nice
runners.
person that early. First of all.
Yeah, like I mean, it's great that you're self-aware. Like we got to be
Yeah, I was like,
self-aware.
no,
So
I'd
like
rather spend my money buying a ticket to go
yeah,
into the
like give
park
me
and
the
ride.
give me the lightning lane or the fast
Yeah,
pass or whatever
yeah,
it's called now, and somebody else can run the race for me.
yeah. I was like, I
It's just
mean,
not for me.
I did the virtual ones. I mean, the medals are super cool, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not for me either. I mean, I was like, I have young kids that are going to want to tromp through the
Yeah.
parks.
Yeah.
So,
No
and me
shade though.
too.
Like it's cool. They look
Me
cool.
too. Yeah,
I would probably do a virtual one, but like I don't know. I think it's more just the timing. Like I want to be in the park. Rather ride the rides.
yeah, me too.
Oh my god.
I
What a
know.
cutie.
No, I don't know.
No. My friends have a cat. One of my best friend has a cat and I am like so allergic to cats.
Mm.
And I've finally developed like a tolerance apparently after spending so much time around this cat and now we're like best buds. So
This one likes to work out and he gets on your back if you're doing push-ups. He likes to work out.
stop.
Mhm.
Wait, that's so
He,
cute.
he loves Katie the most. Like if Katie comes on the screen, he'll stop.
That's because Katie has cats. Or a
I
cat.
know. Yeah,
Cats. A cat.
ma'am. Yeah,
Ma'am.
ma'am.
I love it. I love
I
it.
know.
Who are who are some of your favorite instructors other than like Alex K, Mariana, people you mentioned?
Well, I mean, I love Cody. I mean, he's
Oh
always
yeah,
been my
duh.
jam,
Wasn't that how
man.
you started? Like that
Yeah,
you used to be a
yeah,
Cody, yeah,
yeah,
strictly Cody. I
yeah.
was
And then
like him too. Yeah.
my first class was with in Cape Cod. I don't know
Hmm.
how it starts in Cape Cod. There is a fitness
I
center
love
there.
Cape Cod.
I mean, Fitness 500, and they had when we walked in, there were four bikes, and I didn't know what they were, and
Hmm.
so there was a line. So you had to like wait till one person got off and to get on the bike. So I was like, okay, well, whatever, I'm gonna do it. It has a TV screen. That looks kind of fun. So I got on it and I took Alex Toussaint's class. And I was like, oh
Hmm.
my God, I love this.
Yeah.
And so I told my husband, he's like, you have a gym membership at home. And he's like, they have spin classes there. And I was like, yeah, but so the next day I go back, I did it again. And this little lady came by on her walker and she goes, she's probably like 70. She says, have you taken Cody? And I said, no. She's like, he's a stitch. And I was like, okay. It took Cody and I was like, I really need this bike now. My husband
Yeah.
was like, he said no for 7 months. And then finally he said yes. And it was delivered 2 days before the shutdown.
Wow.
And
Thank God.
I
So
was
was
like,
mine actually, I think. I think mine was a week or two
it was like
before.
a slide in. I was like,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
God. I
Yeah.
mean, but
Yeah.
yeah. So
Thank
Alex
God.
Toussaint was one of my first, but I mean, I love Marcel, the way
Hmm.
her running, and Kirsten. I just really get along with their teaching and how they
Yeah.
run their classes. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, I don't think there's a bad instructor there.
I know.
I
I
mean,
know. I
but
was gonna
I'm
say.
biased.
I
I mean,
know. I have a hard time branching out, but I love all of them. I
it
love
is
all of them.
it
Yeah.
is harder.
Yeah.
But like I looked to see because I'm gonna try to do a progression run, and I was like, I put in progression run, and I was like, oh, all of them look good.
Yeah, I know. I know. The runs are so tough to choose
I
from.
know. But a lot of times I take them outside, even though they're tread runs. If I can go
Oh,
outside,
same. Same.
I prefer to go outside. I've found, but I'll do the
I love
treadmill.
it.
I think I need to get faster, is what my
Well, yeah,
understanding
because
is.
I mean, listen, the
My little
belt
legs
just
don't do that on
goes.
myself.
The belt just goes
Yeah.
no matter what. So if you don't go
Yeah.
with it, then you're kind of fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately.
I know.
Unfortunately. I was
And I
telling
think I
somebody
need
else
that
that
push
yesterday. Yeah, I know.
because I'm like, I cannot move my legs that fast around the track. Like, I think I am. And then I look down, I'm like, I am nowhere near, but I can do it on the
Yeah.
tread. And I know when I was training for my marathon, and I would have a speed day, I'd put like candy in one cup holder and then I'd move it to the other side when I completed whatever task it was, like if I had to run for, and then once it got all over here, I could eat it all because I couldn't
Oh,
figure
that's
out
so
how.
smart.
I couldn't figure out. She'd be like, "You need to do 8 rounds of whatever 800 meters." I'm like, I don't know what that is. So I had to look at a little track, and so then I moved the nerd candy, moved the starburst, and
Yep.
then once it was over, I could eat it all. But
Wow.
that's the only way I could do the treadmill.
I'll be running 17 miles on the tread tomorrow. So it should be fun. It should be really
That
fun. Pray for
are you
me.
gonna watch? Do you watch a show or do you just do
Never.
classes?
I just do classes. I
Oh,
just do classes. Yeah. I don't really know
do you
how.
listen to? You don't listen to podcasts either, though, when you run, do you? Or
When I
books?
run outside, I do.
Okay.
I actually just started listening to audiobooks because I feel like it makes the time go by faster.
Do you feel like you have
Um,
to listen to the audiobook before you start running to make sure you like it so you're not stranded?
yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I have to
Me
it has
too.
to be something I'm already listening to
Yes, me
so
too.
that I know
Okay.
if I like it or not.
So you're not like,
Um,
oh.
no, literally. Like I just started Kira D'Amato's book
Oh, that's a good
and
one. I've done that one.
yeah, it's a good one to run to because like
Yes.
she's funny and like
Mhm.
since she narrates it, it's even
Yes.
funnier.
Yes.
So I really like that one. But yeah,
And
I
did you do
can't
Susan
do
Chan's?
she's next.
So
She's next.
that's what started the running, like last summer. One day I was like, I'm going to go on a run. And I started listening to Susie's book and I started to run. And then the next day I was like, oh, I want to listen to it again. So I made myself go run and then I did it again. And I was like, oh,
Mhm.
I don't mind running with listening to a book. And Susie's was pretty good.
Mhm. I need to listen to
So
hers.
yeah,
I definitely need
share.
to listen to hers.
Yeah,
I have
she's
to
so
what's the other
interesting.
one? I She's like one of the most insane runners I've ever met in my
What's
life.
with the running in the rain? Like, oh
I
my God.
I I
In the mud?
can't. I
No,
can't. I can't. I can't
not
do
on
it.
purpose.
It's not for me. It's not
No,
for me. I'll tell you that much. I will tell
no.
you that much. Well, yeah. I'm gonna have to, I guess, stop being a wuss and run outside. I did do my first run in hail the other day.
Oh,
I was in Washington D.C.
yeah.
and my friends building doesn't have a gym. But my other friend lives like 5 minutes away and he has a gym. And he was like, you can come over.
You
And
got to run here.
I was like, it's fine. I'll just run outside. And it turns out it was the worst decision I made that entire weekend because I was slipping everywhere. I thought I was going to bust my ass. I'm running on like the boardwalk, like along the river in DC, and I'm holding on to the rail. And I'm like, I can't run it in the rain or the whatever it's doing right now, hailing, sleeting, snowing. Crazy.
Yeah, I was lucky, I think, with that the marathon that I chose that the training was all not during the winter, and I mean it was during the summer, so it was hot, but I don't mind running in heat.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me at all.
I don't either.
I mean,
I feel like
I prefer it than cold.
Same. Because I'd rather like stop a million times because it's hot and I need water versus like not be able to feel my face
fingers,
or my hands or my feet or anything. I'm like,
yeah, totally.
That was another thing that killed me the other day on the hail run. I was wearing like when like I don't know, I'm wearing the Adidas right now that have like they're kind of a
do you
net
like those?
type thing. I love them. I actually hated them at first, and now I have a very.
But I thought we were Nike Veromo.
We are.
Yeah.
We definitely are.
Yeah.
They're so heavy though.
Did you get the premiums?
Not yet. I need to get them. Okay, I'm missing out. I ran my whole ultra in Vomeros. I need to get them.
I'm so old. I'm like, it needs to be comfy. But I was like, the Fluxes, I was like, oh, that's what I ran the marathon in, was the Vomero Plus. And then I was like, oh, there's a premium? It's like, of course there is. There's always something better. And I'm like, I need those too.
I need to get those. I need to get the premiums. That's one thing. If there's like one running item you couldn't live without, after all that you went through to train for this marathon, what would it be?
Not including shoes. I mean, you have to have shoes.
Not including shoes.
During training or the race?
One for each.
Okay. So for training, initially I did not like to drink water and I did not like to eat food. So I would run and I would just not. So at first I didn't want to wear a vest. And then it's like my security blanket. Yeah. I put my chapstick in there. I put like ice water bottles in there. So I would say my vest is like my favorite thing. And I can put my phone in there. I can put gum in there. I can put candy in there. All of it.
Love it. I need to get on board with that.
I did. At first, I tried one from Amazon, which I liked. And then my daughter got me one from Lululemon Outlet. It was like $19. And I like that too. I just like I get those water bottles that are like, I don't know, they collapse.
Oh yeah. They're like you could squeeze them. Right?
Yeah,
like
and
they're like
I put one in the back and two in the front, and they're solid ice. And then I run and they melt while I run.
Wait, that's brilliant. I tried for the first time during the ultra last summer because it was obviously like 80 degrees because why not? Like, have you ever had an ice bandana? Like they put ice. It's like a bandana, but it has like a pocket.
They do.
Like during ultra, I never used one. My friend Erica gave me hers. Thank God for Erica. She and my coaches had them too, but like she introduced me. But it sits like on the back of your neck, and at first it's like so heavy. So I'm like, I was freaking out. I'm like, there's no way I'm making it.
There's too much weight. I'm not gonna be able to.
I was like, like get this off my neck. Why is anything touching me? I'm like, don't touch me. What's happening? And I was like, wanted to crawl in a hole. And then when it melted, it felt so nice. It was like freezing cold all down my back. It was great.
Yeah.
But what about a race?
Okay. So, well, during the race, I spent a lot of time trying out different ways because you're a pocket girl. So I tried out a ton of different ways to carry my gels, to carry my salt tablets, to carry my phone battery, all these things. The Brooks had a bra that has like a foam pocket here.
Yeah, it's my favorite bra of all time.
Yeah.
Why did they stop making it?
I don't know. So I tie-dye. I got it in white, two of them in white, and I tie-dyed them. And then, but I got a slim battery because I was afraid I would lose battery because I'm going to be rocking out. So So I put it back there, but it was great. And then I had a belt that had held my bib number, and then it had 6 loops that I could put gels in, but they fall out. So I had a
Ooh.
rubber band system that held them.
Oh my God. Wow.
I did
Very
lots of
intricate.
research. I practiced a lot. I would say that was one thing I did is my husband would also say I bought a lot of things to try a lot of different things and different pockets and different shorts and what I felt like
Yeah.
I was able to take out, but like the rubber band situation. Um, Here's one for you. So in Chicago, did they don't have bathrooms in the corrals.
Right. That's a
Okay.
nightmare.
So
Nightmare.
that gave me anxiety.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to be the one that needs to go to the bathroom.
On the bridge or
What am
under
I
the
going to do?
bridge.
Like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
So I decided after reading tons and tons of information on Reddit and Facebook that I was going to buy these portable urinals bags.
Wow.
So in case I had to go,
Wait, that would have
right?
been iconic.
It is. But I did not have to go, but I practiced it. My husband came home. He's like, "What are you doing on the back patio?" I'm like, "I am peeing in this bag." Because I put the bathrobe, because I did a bathrobe, right? Because we don't need to be
So funny.
peeing, right? So I
Right.
had a bathrobe, and then it's like a bag, and you just pee in it, and then it solidifies, and then you roll it up and toss it out. So I practiced that
Wow.
on my back patio. So in the event
Wait,
I
that's
had to
so
go to the
funny.
bathroom, my husband's like, "I don't want to know what you're doing out there." I'm like, "You can pee anywhere you want. I
Yeah, it's
cannot."
so not
I was
fair.
like, "That's not
I
fair.
know.
You can pee on the wall, you can pee on the side." I was like, "I cannot." And he's like, "Well, now you can." I was like, "Yes, I can. Nobody will even know." He's like, "I guess so." So I put one
That's
in my
fucking
pocket
crazy.
and I didn't need it. And it was probably because I had it. And if I hadn't had it, I would have
You
been
would have
like,
had to
"The
use it.
bathroom, huh?" I was like, I
Yeah.
would have had to go to the bathroom. So
Anxiety.
yes.
Anxiety.
So that was one of my little tricks that did was I bought a package of those off of Amazon.
Wow. I'm
I
gonna
wish they
need you
had
to
those
link
when
me
my
on that.
yeah, I was gonna say I wish they had those when my kids are little because they always you never it never fails. You get right back on the highway and they're like, "I have to go to the bathroom right now," and there's not
Oh
another
yeah.
exit. Be like, hand them a bag.
Yep. Yep.
Take care of it,
Oh,
sir.
I've done that. I have no shame. I have
Yeah.
done that. I have
No, my
absolutely
kids
done
have
that
done
in the
that.
car. Like
Yeah.
when I'm in like full marathon training mode and I'm in the car for a long time, I'm drinking a lot of liquid.
Hmm.
I have zero shame. I
Yeah.
will literally pee anywhere. I feel like
Well,
that's one of the
now
worst
you
feelings.
know.
One of the worst feelings is having to pee and having nowhere to pee.
Yep. And
And yeah,
there you go.
look at that.
I was like, well, it's a full length bathrobe. Nobody will know what's going on.
That's right.
My husband's
See?
like, "Oh, great. It's fantastic."
Wait, that's so good.
But I think it was great because he came home and I was on the back patio. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like,
And you practicing at home
I,
is even funnier. I don't
I
know
was like,
why. I don't know why.
because I wanted to be slick. I mean, I didn't want
Yeah,
to
it's
cause
true.
a ruckus and
That's
have
true.
everybody be like, "What is she doing? What is she
That's
doing?"
true. That's
Came
true.
back.
I think I get to a point where I just don't care if anybody knows what I'm doing and I'll just be like, whatever. It's fine.
Well, I was
Everything's
like,
fine.
I had no idea because I was just reading horror stories and I was just like,
Yeah.
"Okay, that's going to cause me anxiety. How do I solve it? I got to do
Yeah.
this." And so
Yeah. Yeah.
that was basically the whole thing.
Wow.
So
I love that. I
that's
absolutely
my
love
little
that.
trick.
I love that. Okay, well, we heard your trick. Now, before we wrap up, not that I literally don't want this to end because I'm having the best time. But before we wrap up, like I said in the pre-show with you, I have this new segment I'm calling the hot lap.
Yep.
So you can share your running hot take, which I already heard and I love
Yes.
it. So I think you should share your hot take if you're willing.
Yeah. Okay. So my hot take is so I had to do a lot of long runs. And so to reward myself, I would do a lot of virtual runs. So I did tons and tons of them. So like I did like a Snoopy astronaut one. I mean, I signed up for everything so that when I got home, I had a big medal just to
Yeah.
like kind of trick me into thinking, well, look, I was out there and then I get this big medal and that came with a bib and the whole thing. And so that was just a way that entertained me to like
Hmm.
keep going, to keep doing it. And I couldn't do a lot of in-person races because of sports schedules and stuff and vacations and things like that. So it just
Yeah.
kept me entertained and gave me little rewards along the way.
Yeah.
So that's my little hot take.
Love it. Love
Is
it.
that the
Love it.
hot
Love it.
take you were talking about?
That's the hot take I was talking about.
Okay.
You just got so serious on me. Oh my God.
I was like, wait, was it another
I'm
hot
scared.
take?
Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared. I'm scared. No, just kidding. Okay, well, lastly, in addition to the hot lap, I'm creating an ALLIEG show playlist, which
Oh, yeah.
is a compilation of songs that I would love for people to run to, but if they don't want to run to it, they can yoga to it or cycle to it or do whatever. But if you had
No,
to
but it'd
choose
be a good
one
idea.
song,
Like if you had like a Lady Sonora who like stuck in John Denver, or
see,
maybe
that's right.
then you could just switch
Maybe
to
I will
LAG.
just for Lady Sonora. Maybe I will. But yeah, if you had to
So
add
how many
one
songs do
song,
you have? How many songs do you have?
I only have 6 so far because I just started.
Is it Shipping Up to Boston? Can that be mine?
I do not have Shipping Up to Boston. That can absolutely be yours. That's a great one.
That's my favorite one.
It's the best one. It's the
Yeah.
best one. I'm gonna collab with you to create my Boston playlist.
Yeah.
Saying it right now. It's gonna start with Shipping Up to Boston.
Oh yeah. Boston's like
Duh.
always like, that's my song.
Yeah.
That and Sweet Caroline. So that's like his walk-up song for bass. So I'm like, that's not really tough. He's like, I don't care. That's what I want it to be.
You know what?
Like,
I love that for Boston. He should own it.
He's like, that's what I want it to be. So
hell yeah. That's the energy we need. That is the energy we need. I love it. Well, Holly, this has been the best time ever. I'm so happy we finally got to do this. Please come back anytime.
I will. And when I come to New York, will you run with me? Slower.
Yeah.
No, but I was also listening to one of your podcasts. You can slow down. Run with me. Yeah.
I absolutely can slow
down.
Have
a conversational pace.
Everybody's scared to run with me.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
Yeah.
I'm
no,
not
you
scared.
better not be scared. I will absolutely. I want to pace
scared
you.
If you go at your pace.
I want to pace you for your half marathon PR.
You're gonna make me run really fast.
The silence is killing me.
You know I have little legs.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
I think you could do it. I think I'm only 5'6".
I'm sure not. No legs. I'm gonna try. If I get really close, I will.
Regardless, when you come to New York, we're running together.
Okay.
Some way or somehow. I would love that. And lastly, for the listeners, if you could tell everybody where they can find you and follow along with you on Instagram and all the fun communities you created through Peloton, because
I had a lot.
You're amazing. Yeah, but you were so inspiring for real. Like your messages always carry me, and if you can do that for somebody else, that would make me happy.
Oh, good. Well, I run. I'm an admin for Cliff's group. Out of London, so we have the Cliff Hangers group, and then I'm also the admin for the Kansas City Peloton group, which is Casey Pello Pack, and I'm also an admin for Pello Fam, and that's also on Facebook and Instagram. And then you can find me at Krabby Cakes at CRABBIE_KAKES, and then same on TikTok.
Yes. I have to follow your TikTok. I don't even follow your TikTok, do I?
It's not very fun. I know. I mean, I'm very funny. I'm funny on there.
You are like one of the funniest people on Instagram that I follow. And I mean that. I don't say that.
Do you know what? Oh, here's a fun fact. When I was little, I wanted to be on Saturday Night Live. I wanted to be the person that said, "Live from New York, it's Saturday night," because I thought I was going to be a comedian.
See? I love that.
So
that's such a great fun fact. That is such a great fun fact. I love that. Maybe it'll happen one day. They'll open up a guest slot or something.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Yeah, we need that stay-at-home mom from Kansas. Yeah. Come on in.
Yeah.
It's her time."
Yeah. That's right. That's right. I love it. I love it. Well, please come back anytime.
I will, anytime.
And I'll see you in New York so soon.
Okay, because I've never run outside in New York. I've never even run outside there.
Okay.
No, I did. I did do a run club, but I've never been in the park.
Okay, well, we're going to meet up and we're going to run in Central Park.
Okay. And then I can learn, because I've never done Brooklyn either. And so I'm going to have to just imagine before I get there.
Well, we can run to Brooklyn if you really want to.
No, I don't think that. I think that's
okay.
fine.
No, We'll go in
Is
the
that
park.
far? Is that far?
Not really.
You're like, it's only like 20
We can.
miles.
It's only 27 miles. It's an
Oh,
ultra. I'm just kidding.
but they have pizza there, right?
Yeah, they do. I used to do that in
Okay.
college. I would run over the
Yeah,
bridge and get pizza every day.
there you go. There you
Every
go.
day.
That's the plan.
Okay. We're
Okay.
making it happen. We
Okay.
manifest on this podcast, as you know,
Okay.
so it's going to
Okay.
happen.
Well,
Okay.
hopefully I run fast or I get my name picked for the lottery too.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
I love it. Well, I will talk to you in 30 seconds when we
I know.
wrap this up.
I
You're the
know.
best. Thank you for
Okay.
coming.
Well, thank you for having me. I had a great time.
I hope so.
I did.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
All right, ALLIEG show fam, that's a wrap on today's track. Huge shout out and thank you to Holly for coming on the pod, sharing her first marathon journey and reminding us what can happen when consistency, community, and belief really come together. If today's track resonated with you, take that energy with you into your next run, walk, ride, or whatever movement looks like for you this week. And if you love this track, don't forget to subscribe to it, rate it, share the pod with a friend or training partner. It truly helps the show grow. You can find me on Instagram at @the_ALLIEG show, and be sure to follow along with Holly and cheer her on wherever her running journey goes next. As always, keep moving with purpose and trust the process through the highs and the lows. And remember, you are never running alone. I will catch you all on the next track of the ALLIEG show. Bye.